Good. Thank you, Zeke. Hi, everyone. It is 5:02 p.m. on on Tuesday, April 7. Big super full moon tonight. And Mars squared Uranus. But never mind. We're not talking astrology here. Okay. Elena came in. She wants to be part of this today. I'm really grateful and happy. So I don't get confused. I brought out the words for these two songs. It's The Flame, and the second one is the one I sang yesterday, but I got the verses mixed up. So I'm going to do it the right way today. And I have the words for that also, so I won't be distracted in case I need to check. All right. And then, of course, 5 ghazals. How are you all today? I hope you're happy. I hope you're enjoying as best you can this predicament we find ourselves in, which is also a golden opportunity to let some really wonderful things come flowing through us. And the more we remember that, the more it'll flow. And I'm already loving the things I'm seeing being shared, and some of that is what inspired me to do this. So, you know, in your own sphere, whatever it may be, please give what you have to give. And that's what will heal this planet. Virus is just a symptom, you know. Okay, so this is The Flame. Whoops, this is not loud enough. Oh, it's not on. Whoops. What is love? Effortless remembrance, impossible of forgetfulness. A two-edged sword, that simple line, while one leads to blissful heights, the other leaves a bloody mess. If one should attempt to deny, ignore the place of grace called love. Bow, 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 bow. What is love? That which remains the open secret of all lives. The flame we hide or keep contained in social rituals, righteous anger, in lust that is aimed at just forgetting all of the heights the soul can know, in the place of grace called love. Bow, 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 bow. What is love? A relentless master. What is love? Yet a perfect servant too. What is love? Depending on which one is responding. What is love? Desperate ego or the real you? The heavens rejoice while the little self cries. Heaven is simply the heart of you, in the place of grace called love. Bow, 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 bow. What is love? The flame that burns and leaves the field of body wet with dew of tears, a lovely sight, unless you are the sky that weeps for the very loveliness itself becomes a reminder that heaven is hell too, in the place of grace called love. What is love? A relentless master. What is love? Yet a perfect servant too. What is love? Depending on which one is responding. What is love? Desperate ego or the real you? The heavens rejoice while the little self cries, and heaven is simply the heart of you, in the place of grace called love. Bow, 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 bow. What is love? Well, what it's not is this or any play of words, an insult really to the flame. What is love? I had to make sure Elena didn't get caught on the wire. What is love? Well, what it's not is this or any play of words, an insult really to the flame, if it could be insulted anyway. For love is simply the light and heat which words like this would seek to tame, and unsuccessfully at that, in the place of grace, the place of grace, the place of grace called love, the place of grace, the place of grace, the place of grace called love. Wow, that also sounds really nice on the, oops, I'll get those later. Sounds really nice on the keyboard, because you get to keep the bass, the E on the bass, while you're switching from the E minor to the D chords. But, and you get to play that bow, 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 bow on the, but I kind of like the bow, 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 bow even better. Okay, so this one was written in India by Mayor Baba's Samadhi tomb, I think 1992. But I wrote it really fast. Well, nicer than that, but fast. But it's not in a good key for me anymore, and yesterday I found a way to sort of do that same riff in a better key. But I got it mixed up because I was focusing on the riff. So here we go. This is slower version, and it's called O Meher. Oh, Meher, you are the infinite bliss. Oh, beloved sublime, all the love in one unbeckoned kiss, saying you are forever mine. You are forever mine. Oh, Mary. Oh, Mary. Oh, Mary. Now here with you, all life on this earth is made new. You are the dream and the morning surprise. You are beloved and friend. You are the light in a newborn babe's eyes. You are a path without end, and one eternal friend. Oh, man. Oh, man. Time has stood still in one moment of your perfect will. Now we are yours in a timeless embrace. Life like a play passes by, to return to the scene of your glorious face, and to your love glance of wine, saying you are forever mine. Oh, man. Man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Baba ki jai. Oh, Baba. Okay. So now, this on my left is a wonderful painting of Mayor Baba by Linott, who, wonderful, the late Linott, wonderful artist. When he met Mayor Baba, he was almost totally blind, and Baba had a floodlight brought in from a movie camera that they had to light up his face so that Lynn could see it. And years later, he painted all of these wonderful paintings, almost unable to see it, but from that one vision that he had. And this is a wonderful painting of Baba's Mehra by my wife Sikh, and it's just gorgeous. So, and this, of course, behind me is Kuan Yin, the Buddhist goddess of compassion. Okay, so we're picking up now. We've ended with the connecting space yesterday. I'll come a little closer. But it's from my book, 424 Ways to Find Your Lover. It's 424 ghazals. They're each 7 rhyming couplets, more or less. And the idea of the title is to find the lover of the divine beloved within yourself. So this one is called My Cathedral, and I have no idea what these are going to be, because I haven't read most of them since I wrote them and briefly edited them. My Cathedral. I have been fighting with myself. I declare the battle over, both the battle and the war, and return to myself as a lover. The currency of my success in assorted shapes, textures, and sizes was nothing but monopoly money. But now a new sun rises. My wealth was always here in this, our journey, union, meeting. Oh, what a relief to end all those years of self-competing. Now that the war is over, it's almost as if it was always gone. At least I begin to enjoy my life and have some real fun. I may relax by an indoor pool. Sometimes I go sightseeing. But really, what sights could ever compare with the wealth of my innermost being? The great outdoors is inside of me. At last I understand. The prayer carpet I kneel upon was made by love's own hand. I hear the voice of Jim Reeves singing, "My Cathedral." And it's true. The holiest place in all the world is here, inside of me, alone with you. That's number 36, My Cathedral. Guzzle number 37, The Wings of Love. Thank you, Elena. The Wings of Love. The laws of time and space don't bind me now. With my higher mind behind the screen, pulling the strings, they serve me now. I can choose to meet old friends, disciple mentors, to learn or play. Spend an hour and a half together, then fly back home, all on the same day. My mama used to sing, and mean it, "Fly me to the moon." I never realized the literal truth inside that tune. None can tie me to a reality unless I choose to live it. Always and ever I have the right to release it, to forgive it. Then just feel the wind of spirit underneath my wings, lifting me higher and skillfully low through time and space where nothing clings. People used to have to take a chemical like LSD to have a fleeting experience of what spirit always offers me. The wings of love fly swift and sure without chemical assistance. And all it took was 40 years, now gone, of pure persistence. The Wings of Love, guzzle number 37. Oh, the snake, guzzle number 38. You know, I've come to realize I had a big personal training from Mayor Baba back in the, well, it's over decades, but particularly around 2010, that about the sociopaths among us, the handful of like 5% of us who lack the capacity for conscience or empathy. And if you try and be loving and forgiving and tolerant and understanding of folks like that, they have a wonderful opportunity to cause you great harm. And I've experienced some of that. And as I learned about this, when I encountered another of this ilk at work, I was able to stand up and fight and make a difference. Anyway, and I came to realize that associates the sociopath with the snake. On the last day of Mayor Baba's speaking, before he began to observe silence on July 10, 1925, he went speaking into this hut, in this community that he had created in the midst of it. And he gave orders, instructions to everyone, but he said in particular, and when you go out at night, always carry a lantern. And if you see a snake, kill it. There were a lot of snakes in the property there. I will save you from any calamity but this. And then he went into the cabin, retired for the night, and he was going to begin his what turned out to be 44 years of silence the next morning. But while he was in there, there was a big commotion. One of the women saw a snake, and one of his disciples, who was nicknamed Padre, very macho kind of a guy, for a disciple, he had his lantern, he took a stick, he killed the snake. They knew how to kill snakes. They had to for their survival. And with all the commotion, Baba came out of his hut and asked, what happened? And Padre said, Baba, we saw a snake. And he said, were you carrying a lantern? And Padre said, yes. He said, did you kill it? Yes, Baba, I killed it. He said, good. We always remember, when you go out at night, always carry a lantern. And if you see a snake, kill it. I will save you from any calamity but this. The last words the person I take to be the Christ of our time said before he went into silence. And I came to realize we all probably have a sociopath in our family. We might be able to identify a sociopath in our government right now. Maybe more than one. And of course it doesn't mean literally to kill. It's a metaphor, and none of that dawned on me at the time. It was just startling that Baba, who said, speaking as God, said, call anyone, anywhere in the world calls on me at any time, and I will help them. And yet, in this one instance, he said, I will save you from any calamity but this. So when it comes to snakes, we have a responsibility to protect ourselves. So that's the lesson that I learned. Now, I'm not putting those words in Mayor Baba's mouth, but that's the understanding I took from that. So, this poem, this ghazal is called The Snake. Elena. Crush their heads. This is the advice you gave. Carry a lantern, carry a stick. From a snake, I will not save you. God, I have come to rely on you for everything. In this situation, you really won't do anything? Without your help, where will I get the lantern to see so clearly? And without your help, where the courage and skill to strike its head so nearly? I like to see myself as non-violent, God. That you should put this burden on me strikes me as very odd. There is a snake now plaguing my life. I must be willing to kill it? Perhaps this is the meaning of your instruction? But how to fulfill it? Like the lady in the song, I hold tenderness for this particular snake. But unless I follow your perfect guidance, my snake-poisoned heart will surely break. Sometimes simple self-protection is the callous place where we must begin. As he said in the song, you knew I was a snake before you took me in. Long introduction for that. Ghazal number 38, The Snake. This one I have edited quite a bit. I must have read this publicly. So it is now called, it's Ghazal number 39, it's now called Inherited Wealth. Yes, it's true. I have a leg up in this life of mine. I have inherited wealth. And so it always goes just fine. Some say I have an unfair advantage, but it simply isn't true. For inherited wealth on a scale this vast is also available to you. Really speaking, what I have inherited are vast resources, always at the tip of my fingers, like a stable full of prized racehorses. It's always up to me whether I choose to ride or run. My father's only instruction to me was, my boy, have some fun. My father never sought to make himself bigger by my success. He simply threw open my clothes closet like a football field and said, go now, dress. As I clothed myself in matter, I have new choices every day. But underneath it all, it's the emperor's clothing that lights my way. My inner resources are my inherited wealth. And oh God, how they shine.
No sheer of silk can ever hide that flame. My options are divine. Inherited Wealth, guzzle number 39. Thank you, Elena. And finally, I have no idea what this is about, but it sounds like it might be fun. It's called, it's guzzle number 40. I may have been involved in a legal problem, frankly, with a sociopath at the time. I'm not sure if that's what this is about, but in any event, this is called a Puffed Up Plaintiff. A large Turkish taffy Pillsbury doughboy stretches up and thin into the sky before me as my advocate to win. Something tells me I could use a better lawyer. Someone with the substance of Big John and the gumption of Tom Sawyer. Given the consistent nature of the wrongs in my life that need redressing, maybe there are some spiritual issues in me that need addressing. God, as the loving self within, and the perfect director too, sets the stage for me to learn what I'm here to be and do. Could the absence of conscience I meet around me be a reflection of my own excess of conscience and deficit of love? I would not be a Pharisee, so right and yet so wrong, in constant judgment amid the mortal few for oh so long. Who will represent me? I must seek the mercy of the law. I am here to lose my arrogance, no less, and yet no more. A Puffed Up Plaintiff, guzzle number 40. I do want to comment on that because I said I got this lesson in sociopaths, and of course the interesting thing is, and one of the things was one piece of this was I was playing the author, creator, and narrator of the original book, Phantom of the Opera, at Players Theater down on McDougal Street for about 7 months. It was the lead part in this play, 7-8 months. And in the play, I was talking to the audience, I was walking through the story, I was stepping into roles, but I was reacting, and I could not but have love for the Phantom, even though he was so evil, because I created him as the author. I'm playing the part of the author. I created him. He came out of me. And so I realized I had to forgive and love the sociopath in a way. Protect myself, carry a lantern. And so then it dawned on me, what is it in me that this sociopath is showing me? And I mentioned in the poem, the sociopath goes after what he wants. He doesn't care. It's usually to hurt people, he or she, with no conscience and no empathy, no sense of what other people feel. I have an excess of empathy. And I have so much conscience that there are a lot of things I would not do. I was like Hamlet. To be or not to be, to do or not to do. If I get this part, maybe that person's not going to get this part. I know it sounds mad, but if I say this thing which I need to express my truth, that other person might feel hurt. And sometimes it's important not to hurt someone, but there's a line. And I was caught in being good, being right, being caring, and having conscience. And so, ironically, the lesson for me from all those sociopaths that came into my life in a short period of time was I needed a little bit of that. Not to be crippled like them, but I was crippled in a different way. So I needed a little bit of that to balance so I would have my wholeness. And there may be other guzzles on this subject as we read along, but I did want to share that. I'm very grateful for that very big lesson. And I warn people, when I see a big sociopath in public life, I really get up there and shout about it. I don't know if it helps, but... So, thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for this, for this gift to be able to do this, for your presence. And I'm just going to take a peek now and see who's here at the moment. Liz Gaskin, who I haven't seen since India in 80 something, 82. Hi. Bill Barry, pleasure to see you, my acting brother. Howie, hello. Peter Goodman, thanks for being here again. Robert Wilkinson. Oh, he sees me doing my windmill movements like Bobb's Pete Townsend. That's funny. Thank you. Irene, hello. Why is that kid? That kid is my stepdaughter, Elena. She is low functioning autistic, and it's sort of it's a habitual thing, but it's she's low functioning, so she's nonverbal, but she is totally present. She understands everything. She talk about empathy. She has such almost divine empathy, and I could tell you stories, but that's not what the stream's about. But if she's feeling at any moment she needs to close in so that she can manage the experience of life, she'll sometimes put her hand on her ears. And let's see. Madeline, hello again. Hi. So good to see you again. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you so much all for being here. And I will see you again, God willing, tomorrow. Bye-bye. Finish.